Hey everyone, today I'm going to be customizing this cold steel Viking battle axe. Before I get into this, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. What I'm going to do to this Viking battle axe is, I've already removed the set screw, so I'm not going to be using that, just as I never do, because those set screws do more harm than good, I find. But I'm going to strip the head, I'm going to give it a different finish, I'm going to sharpen the head, I'm going to shorten the handle down. This is a 30-inch handle, which I find to be a bit too long for this head. With this handle on, it just isn't very controllable, so I'm going to shorten this handle down to 24 inches. And I'm also going to do some customizing to the handle. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is strip this finish off, and I like to do that by scraping it off.
Осторожно, двери закрываются. Следующая станция.
And there we go, the handle is now scraped. I didn't scrape the absolute end because that part's going to be cut off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just leave it on because when I sand, it's easier for me to have the handle longer than the final length will be. Now I'm going to fit the handle, and then I will sand the handle.
Feel the warmth of the red in the dawn. Then I followed you across the park, and then I knew I had fallen in love again, again, again. Falling in love again, again, again. Falling in love. She was far away.
The handle is now smooth, so I will now cut this handle down to its final length, and I will round the ends on my belt sander.
Уважаемые пассажиры, при выходе из поезда не забывайте свои вещи.
There we go, the handle is now shortened to where I wanted, and both of the ends are rounded. I decided for this handle I'm going to go with a tung oil finish. So, time to start that now.
I see the snow and I want to go out. Then I search for you into the dark.
The tung oil is applied to the handle, so while that's soaking in, I'm going to put the first coat of paint stripper on this head.
Falling in love again.
It's been 10 minutes, so now to wipe off the excess. That's how it looks after one coat. I decided to go on this tung oil finish because this particular handle has both heartwood and sapwood, since it is hickory, and I really like that look, so I decided to just go with a tung oil finish. So now to wait 24 hours, and then I'll give it another coat. The one side has soaked for 24 hours, so now I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. Both sides of this head have been soaking in the paint stripper, so now it's time to wire wheel this finish off. The wire wheeling is now done, and it's time to media blast. I'm going to use this short, broken off piece of handle to hold the head on my workbench while I am media blasting this. As always, whenever media blasting, you want to wear some safety goggles and a respirator, and you really don't want to do this inside if it can be helped, unless you have a blasting cabinet. And it's also a good idea to wear gloves. finish is now done, I decided I want to plug up the hole in the back. To do so, I'm going to put this bolt in here with some red Loctite, cut the bolt off. I'm going to leave a bit more than I'll need because I can always grind more away. And then once that's dried, I will peen it over. The bolt is now in place, so now I'll wait for this to dry. The Loctite on the Viking battle axe is now dry, so I'm going to grind this down a little bit and then peen it over. I also have to grind on the inside a little bit because the bolt is protruding.
Run, don't look back. Rush, you're so fast. Don't ever be caught. This is not your war. Run and never stop at all. No cage can keep you there for much time, as you know.
The plug is now done, so now the only thing left to do to this axe head is sharpening up the edge. Just as always, I'm going to put this broken piece of handle on the head, so that way I have something to hold on to while I'm sharpening.
Jump much higher, climb as high as you can flee. You have the soul of a great guy, so sad, someday you'll say goodbye. No cage can keep you there for much time, as you know. No cage is good.
The sharpening is now done. As you can see, it does cut paper. So now from here, I'm going to add the runes and do the handle wrap, and then this one will be done. For the rune, I want to add the same Tiwaz rune that is on my spear. This is the rune of Tyr, the Norse god of war, and it was believed that having this rune on your weapons would guarantee victory. After carving the rune, I will fill it with paint.
Time, as you know, no cage is good enough for you. No one can make you do anything against your will. They're all afraid of you. No cage can keep you there for much time, as you know. No cage is good enough for you. No one can make you do anything against your will. They're all afraid of you.
And there we go, my Viking battle axe is now done. Here's the rune. It's on both sides. And here is the handle wrap. The handle wrap is ungutted black 550 paracord underneath with brown cotton ito wrapped over it. For those of you who don't know, ito is katana handle wrap. I have quite a bit of this lying around, as you can imagine, so I decided to use it for this axe. The style of wrap for this is a Han Dynasty style Chinese handle wrap. So this is a Chinese style wrap. However, I decided I wanted it on my axe. And I've seen quite a few axes that are sold with this type of wrap on there, so I just decided to go for it. And with the way I wrapped it, my hand is on the crisscross part. No matter where it is, I grab it up here, and my lower hand will be on the smoother part, or if my hand is up higher, it'll be a little bit on the crisscrossing part. So now this will give a very nice grip. Quite often on tomahawks, I like to reach further down like this. However, being that this axe is so head heavy, I generally don't hold it that far down. I hold it up a bit higher. That's why the crisscross is up here and the smoother part is down at the bottom. The next thing I'm going to be doing with this Viking battle axe is making a sheath for it, but that's going to be in another video, so definitely be sure to keep an eye out for that. So that's pretty much it. If you have a tomahawk you'd like to have customized, you can find out how to contact me at studentwarcustoms.com. The link will be in the description. The music in this video was made by a friend of mine named Lo Belver. The link to his channel will also be in the description along with the timestamps of the songs used. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next video.